Hey guys, I am kind of watching YouTube right now. It's giving me a strange message. We got this message before, like a couple weeks ago, something about dropped frame rates, but it cleared itself up that night, and I'm kind of waiting to see if it's going to do that again tonight, hopefully. But there for a minute, it was popping up strange messages that, yeah, I don't know what they were about, but anyway. I think we're good now. I don't see anything else happening. No more popping up. So assuming we're good to go, yeah, we have got some fun stuff on tap tonight. Of course, you know what? It's already a fun night because it's All-Star break and Home Run Derby night. My little Max Muncy man, he did pretty well the first round, but yeah, he didn't do as well the second round. Of course, I had to walk off, so I didn't see it finish up, but it looked like Bryce Harper was gonna, pop in pretty good. So, and there came that message again about dropped frame rates. So guys, are you having any problems on your end with either the audio or the video? Are you having any issues related to whatever this dropped frame rate message is that I keep sporadically seeing? If you are, please jump into chat and let me know so that I am aware of it. And also, just as a secondary note, people have been telling me lately that the spreadsheet information, if it, when it is up on the screen, if you're not in the app, if you're at youtube.com, that sometimes it looks blurry lately. This is kind of a new thing. And if that's the case, I am told that if you refresh your screen, it will mostly take care of it. Now, hopefully that will be the case. But anyway, let's get started with our info to go over tonight. So first up there, feedback. I have it set to be completely automated on eBay. That's so you don't ever have to wait on me, because I'm always running around like a crazy. I'm always behind trying to do 15 things at once. So this way, as soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. And then the second thing you see there is a little message to say thank you, because I appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats with me, hangs out with me, keeps me company, and all that kind of stuff. What we are looking at right now, this is upcoming breaks already listed on eBay. So this is the stuff that's going to be breaking over the next 5 days. And it is all already listed and ready for bidding if you feel so inclined. Tomorrow night we've got some memorabilia and some 2014 translucent, a half case of 2011 prime signatures, and the last of the Stadium Club. We'll break a half case of Stadium Club, and that's the last that we have of it. On Wednesday night we have a lot of stuff coming out. Spectra basketball, Allen and Genter baseball, and Optic baseball all come out on Wednesday. We're going to break a full case of Spectra and a half case of Allen and Genter on Wednesday. We're going to wait and do Optic the following night on Thursday. So Thursday night will be Gold Rush Series 2, another one of our autographed football helmets that just came out last week, the ones with our rookies in them. And then another case of Spectra, and then a full case of Optic baseball. We're not going to break that one by the half case. We're going to break it by the full case. Friday night, we will break the back of Gold Standard, the case we're going to start tonight. We're going to break the back half of that case on Friday night. We will break another case of encased basketball, and the back half of Allen and Genter that we start on Wednesday we'll break on Friday. And then on Saturday, we've got an autographed baseball jersey, an autographed football jersey, another case of Spectra, another case of Optic. And somewhere in there, we've also got to get some other mix going in with some more Inception and other interesting stuff. So someday we'll try to mix up the program a little bit on Sunday. What you see on the screen now is some information about shipping and consolation cards. So there's a couple of different things going on here. We had one free shipping break tonight. That's the half case of Archive Signature Series. And everything else, Inception, Gold Standard, and Valiant, are paid shipping breaks tonight. So the free shipping stuff, I usually send out 5, 6, 7 days after an auction ends. Occasionally it gets out a little sooner, but kind of use that as your projected date, which is Saturday the 21st. And if I can get that out to you faster, I will. Our paid shipping breaks, Inception, Gold Standard, Valiant, I'm projecting to go out Thursday. And as always, if I can get that done faster, I absolutely will. Finally, consolation cards. Unfortunately, that comes into play often. And that just means if your team does not pull something in a break, right? So if you don't get anything at all, not a base card, not a single thing, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card for your team. It can be from any year, from any series. I just kind of grab one out of the stack I have for whatever team it is. And I track that stuff for a rolling 90-day period. Here's how it will work. If you are in Archive Signature Series, which is our free shipping break, I will hold that consolation card usually until your next package ships. So the next time you do pull a card or a memorabilia item, whatever the case may be, I will go back and look over the past 90 days from that date, and I'll gather up any teams where you didn't pull a card, and I'll send you consolation cards for all of them with that same package. If you don't want to wait for that and you want your consolation card sent sooner, just in a plain white envelope with a stamp, just, hey, shoot me a message on eBay. We'll get you squared away. Now, for our other 3 breaks tonight, Inception, Gold Standard, and Valiant, if you happen to get skunked in one of those, whatever consolation card or cards that you are due will ship with the rest of the break, because those are paid shipping breaks. So that's all the 411 that you need to know before we can get started tonight. And we're first up with 10 boxes of 2018 Topps Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition. This is a half case break. It's break number 2. Our first break was a full case. Then this is a half case that someone else, basically the distributor split it with me and one other person, kind of gave me a little extra there. So that's how this is rolling tonight. And of course it ended tonight, Monday night, the 16th. And yeah, we're breaking it tonight. Same format you guys have seen me use before. I think most, if not all of you, have been here before. Maybe a couple of new faces in there. But it is, of course, team names on the left-hand side and the eBay user ID of our winning bidder across from it on the right. I will put up a new spreadsheet before the start of every single break. So if you're not in this break, you'll get a chance to see your name up there when we do get to your product. And last but not least, yes, I know the background just went out of focus. I did that on purpose. I hate using autofocus. I don't like all that stupid zooming in and out. So I take it off of there and set it manually. And usually we can see everything with no problems. If it is a little funky, I will just tweak it and we'll fix it. So in chat tonight, we have Greg. Josh says his wife is in Florida, so let the shenanigans begin. He says he'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. I like the way you think, Josh, and I tend to agree with that sentiment. And we also have T and George Crabtree and J. Frank in chat as well. So we are starting off tonight with a little Gypsy Queen. This is Max Kepler, and it's a 1 of 1. So I'm always happy to start a break with a 1 of 1. So right off the bat, we have something nice and pretty to look at here, and that is for the Twins. And guys, I would love to open a ton more of this, but it was impossible to get. And then pretty much everybody that breaks with me regularly knows the story. The distributor messed up my allocation, and then didn't even get as much as I was supposed to get, and blah, blah, blah. And then they marked the price up dramatically, so it couldn't get any more at a reasonable price. This is number 1099. It is Trevor Story for the Colorado Rockies. But yeah, I would like to open about 20 cases of this, but it didn't work out that way. Staying Lover, what only works twice? You said something only works twice, but what was it? Oh, and Jay Frank got his, Jay Frank got his mail today. Woohoo! So he has a nice hit he's talking about. I guess I better take that empty box we just took that out of off the table, hadn't I? This is numbered to 94, and it is Marwin Gonzalez for the Astros. Oh, Staying Lover says the asking for forgiveness only works once. Well, you might be right about that. Hey, Dale, you have not missed much, man. We're just getting started. This is Carlos Carrasco, 242 Carrasco for the Indians. Hey, Gina's here too. Hey, Gina. Everybody's hanging out with me tonight. Awesome. I love it. I love it, love it. Yes, I tried to find some more archive signature series from somebody else outside of my greedy distributor, and everybody has got the price just jacked up through the roof. So far I haven't had very good luck, but I'm going to keep trying. Christian Aurora, that is number 266, and it's the San Fran Giants. Whoa! Yes, we took a little slide, didn't we, with Jake Lamb. That is to 58 for the Diamondbacks, and Jake just tried to slide or scoot or ski right off the table, didn't he? Testing my reflexes, I suppose. Hey, Brad, he says it is his first time here tonight. Well, welcome, Brad. We are glad to have you. Always nice to have some new faces joining in. And you have the Reds in Inception. Well, Inception's coming up next. And you may, I guess you don't know this because this is your first time here, but Brad, the Reds are my team. I love the Cincinnati Reds. So I'm going to hope right along with you that we find something awesome. Ramel Tapia to 78 comes out next. Rockies. A little Alex Wood for the LA Dodgers to 99. Oh, Dale, you've got the Steelers tonight too. And you've got the Reds. Have you got the Reds in this then, Dale? Or was it that we were saying, yeah, you must have the Reds in here, right? Because Brad says he's got the Reds in Inception. I'm confused. I'm so confused. And then I see, does that say Hopesfall? Hopesfall 42, is that right? If I got your username right, I'm just going to call you 42. So hi, 42. Dansby, that's nice. Well, Dansby Swanson coming out for the Braves to 26. And we're going to finish it off with a Yankee, and that would be Jordan Montgomery to 30. So we did hit a 1 of 1, so I like that plan. Let's recap real quickly here in case somebody jumped in late and you missed something. These are our 10 boxes, which is our half case of Archives Signature Series Active Player Edition. This is our pretty little 1 of 1. It is Max Kepler and for the Minnesota Twins out of Gypsy Queen. And of course, you know, and in the meantime, if I cannot find any more of this, I did buy us a little more Inception this week. So I still had, I think, maybe one or two cases left, and I picked us up another couple of cases. So we'll have Inception on into, at least next week for sure, and maybe even beyond that. I'm going to keep trying. T says the Home Run Derby has been solid. Home Run Derby was fun. I kind of liked Max Muncy to be the dark horse, and his first round was great. He definitely got tired in his second round, but you know, it's just fun to watch. I don't care who wins most of the time unless there's a Reds player in it. I just like to watch it because it's interesting. If you did not see this before, if you hadn't joined us when this was up there, or maybe you were out of the room, please take a minute and review the information you see there. You have a projected shipping date for each product that we're opening tonight. Note there are 2 different projected shipping dates, one for the free shipping break, one for the paid shipping break. And then there's information up there at the top about consolation cards, which is what you would earn if you get skunked in a break. There's more info about that, of course, in the listing description as well. So this is going to bring us to 16 boxes of 2018 Topps Inception Baseball. It is a full case break. It's break number 8. And of course, it ended tonight, just like everything else, on Monday night, the 16th of July. We have our team names on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from it there on the right. Kansas City Royals. Yeah, you see what I did there. Many of you know I've got some kind of mental block about this. Like, I know the Royals are not in Inception, but somehow or another, about every other break, I just get on autopilot and I forget and I list them. Anyway, I don't mean to, but I do. And sometimes I realize it and I will go back and end the auction like right away that same night or the next day when it like hits me like a bolt of lightning in the middle of the night kind of thing. And sometimes I don't realize it until the auction is over. And that's what happened tonight. So, if you guys see me list the Royals for Inception, oh my gosh, somebody send me a message and say, hey, idiot, you forgot and put the Royals up there again. Because the Royals don't have any hits in Inception. None. Zero, zip, zilch. They don't even have a base card in here. So, of course, I don't ever mean to have them listed, but honestly, there's so much of listing that is completely autopilot at this point in all the sports, because I just kind of know them in order, and you just automatically go down and zip right down through there. So, I've already had some dialogue with the winning bidder tonight, who was kind enough to understand what stupid thing I did, and he has been refunded and life is good on that front. But I guess the moral of the story is, if you see me do something dumb like that and I haven't caught it, feel free, please, to send me a message and remind me about stuff like that, because I don't ever intentionally intend to list something that doesn't have the possibility to pull a card, because that wouldn't be right. That's not the right way to be. Gina, you said you are researching translucent. Couldn't find a checklist. There is a translucent checklist somewhere. I had it somewhere at one time, long time ago. I'm pretty sure there is one. I'm assuming I must not have it in the listing description. But I thought maybe I didn't see one, but I thought I had once upon a time seen one. I don't remember. I haven't opened it a lot lately. As you see, we've opened it sporadically this year, like, you know, a few boxes here and there, and then not again for a while. But I don't remember it being all rookies. I think there were definitely some rookies in there, but I want to say there were regular players in there too. Does anybody remember? Can anybody, Stang Lover, have you've been in some of those, haven't you? Or watched some of those, maybe? And Greg, you may have too. It was translucent. They're really cool. It was kind of a, I don't know what the right word is to use, but I'm going to call it a test run, where Topps was making these particular cards basically as kind of a test run to see how they would print and how they would work, and then when they did whatever they did, when they got finished, they got them signed and packaged them up, and they were originally sold on the Topps website itself. Topps themselves sold it. But it was never released like to hobby stores, for example. It was this very kind of limited run thing that Topps did, testing production or whatever they were trying to, whatever values they were trying to quantify. And then they just got them signed and packaged them up and sold them on their website. So, and that was back in 2014. But Gina, I really do think there's a checklist for that somewhere, at least a limited checklist. I don't know if there's a full checklist, but there's at least a limited one. I know I've seen it before. I was saying, Lover, about translucent. Translucent football. When we open it from 2014, it's those real thick, kind of almost like an acrylic type card. I think you've either been in those breaks or you have watched some of those breaks. And Gina was asking if we remembered like the mix of what was rookies versus non-rookie players, and I don't. Thinking maybe you did. You said your ex-wife is babbling at you. Well, if she's your ex-wife, man, just say go away. No, I'm just kidding. That's awful. I'm sorry. That's so mean. But hey, you know, exes are usually exes for a reason. That's all I'm saying. I'll just leave it like that. Hey, George is jumping in there. Thank you, George. He says that Cardboard Connection, he thinks, has a checklist for translucent. So check that out, Gina. Cardboard Connection. There is one floating around somewhere out there. All right, as everyone saw, this is, oh, we're about to have a one of one here too. This is a one-pack per box product. There is 1 hit per pack, i.e. 1 autographed card. If there's a patch included, it's usually going to be a sticker autograph. If there's no patch, it will be on card. There are 2 parallels per pack. They are typically either numbered and a different color or green and not numbered. In this case, we have a pretty little 1 of 1 printing plate to lead things off. I always like when we start with a 1 of 1, and even better, it's a rookie. And it's a good rookie at that. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers with a nice little 1 of 1 printing plate. Why doesn't it say, where's our 1 of 1? Why isn't it printed on there somewhere? I don't know. I would have thought it would have been printed on there, but I guess we all know printing plates are 1 of 1. But anyway, there is Walker Buehler and the Dodgers to get things started off for us tonight. We're going to follow that up with a nice Max Fried for the Atlanta Braves. That one is numbered 225. And then our base cards, Alex Bregman, Steven Souza, Garrett Cooper, and Clint Frazier. Our autograph is also Garrett Cooper for the Yankees, and it's numbered to 99. George, are you saying that the checklist, that they only have a limited checklist, i.e. there is a larger checklist available, or you're saying there are a limited number of players on the checklist, but Cardboard Connection shows the full checklist? I'm just clarifying that. Brandon Woodruff, that is an example of the green parallel I was talking about, and those are unnumbered, of course. And then we have Chris Bryant here, numbered to 150. Our base, Beltre, Lamb, Delmonico, and Aurora. Note he has a Ray on that card, but his signatures, I think, are in here as Giant, just FYI. Trey Mancini, Baltimore Orioles, 250. Couple of green parallels here. It is Banda for the D-backs and Jose Barrios for the Twins. I just realized I stacked my numbered card in the wrong spot. Sorry, guys. Try to keep them stacked so we can easily recap them, and I mixed up my stacks. Our base, Rizzo, Banda, Barrios, and Tyler Austin for the Yankees. Here comes a case hit. We're going to find 2 case hits. This is the first one, and it is a silver signings card. It is Harrison Bader, numbered to 99 for the St. Louis Cardinals. The other case hit that we'll find is the jumbo patch card. Somewhere along the way in here, we'll run across that. Oh, so George, you said there may be more players, but they're not all listed there, you don't think? Okay. So that's kind of what I thought, that they initially there was like a limited checklist, but I wasn't 100% sure because I hadn't seen it in a while and I couldn't even remember where I saw it. So there you go. To 75, Garrett Cooper and the Marlins. Sean Newcomb, green parallel unnumbered. Base, Machado, Bellinger, Zimmer, and Gohara. Here comes a Cincinnati Red for our, we have a newcomer tonight who has the Reds in this break, so making somebody happy. We have Amir Garrett, and that is numbered to 299. Well, Stang Lover, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that you can do a YouTube search for 2014 Translucent, and you can go back and watch breaks of it, but that still doesn't really represent the full checklist, I guess. But I'm for sure that's a good idea to give you an idea, Gina, of like what the mix is maybe of rookies versus veterans. If you watch maybe a handful of them, you might at least recognize some patterns in there. Noah Syndergaard and Jose Altuve, green parallels unnumbered. Our base, Brinson, Dominic Smith, Newcomb, and Woodruff. Our hit from this pack is Clint Frazier with a nice patch. You know I love my patches in here. That's numbered to 249. You ask if that's Bryce's twin. You know that in that picture, it doesn't really even look like Clint Frazier, does it? I mean, in that particular depiction there, if you saw it, you're right. You wouldn't look at it and think Clint Frazier. Dale, you are asking about Translucent. It is breaking tomorrow night, right, guys? I had that up there a minute ago. I think it's tomorrow night. What is tomorrow? Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow night. Billy Hamilton, green parallel, unnumbered for the Reds. And then we have a Lewis Brinson /99 for the Brewers. Our base, Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. Note again, I think his signature cards are Cardinals, but his base are Marlins. Rockies, Marquez, Zach Granite, Dustin Fowler. The Mets coming up with a little Ahmed Rosario and a sweet-looking patch. Oh, so nice. And numbered to 25. So how about that, Mets? That just made you happy, I believe. I know the Mets are not having a great year, but if you have the Mets, you got to like that Rosario. So somebody said Bryce Harper's killing it. I know you're watching the Home Run Derby. So what number is he up to? Somebody tell me where we were, where he is right now. Domingo Santana /50 for the Brewers. Gary Sanchez, green parallel. Our base, Robles, Arenado, Cisco, and Andahar. And our hit, hey, it's Nicky Delmonico /99 for the White Sox. Chicago. Dale, you said Valiant and Archives. What are you asking me about Valiant and Archives? Archive Signature Series, of course, we already broke. And then this is Inception Baseball. And then following this is Gold Standard Football. And following that is Valiant Football. Is that what you were asking me, Dale? Which the order was tonight, and I misread it a while ago, maybe? I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I glance over there, and I don't always catch the full flow if it's moved up on the page. Jacob Faria, green, unnumbered. Numbered to 150, Severino and the Yankees. Our base, Springer, Montgomery, Ryan Healy, and Lucas Sims. Our hit is Tapia. For the Rockies, Ramel Tapia /75. Oh, Brad said Bryce Harper just won. He hit the... T said Bryce hit the tying home run with 1 second left. Wow. And one in the bonus round. Dang, he was cutting it close. Woohoo. Yeah, Gina says Bryce doesn't have to worry about messing up his swing in the Home Run Derby. That's maybe kind of a little bit mean. I don't know. That's Paul Blackburn and the A's with the green parallel unnumbered. Dominic Smith for the Mets /99. J.D. Davis, Astros. Mike Trout, Angels. Jimenez for the Tigers. Fetty for the Nats. And here comes Bruce Maxwell for the Oakland A's. Numbered to what? 299. Couldn't see that for a minute. Dale, there were not any Reds in Valiant. I thought you were on here, weren't you, when we were breaking Valiant? I thought you were, but I'm sorry, man, if you missed that. For some reason, I thought we did the recap after you were already on, but maybe you came on after we recapped. But I'm sorry to tell you, we did not have any Reds in Archive Signature Series, unfortunately. Zach Granite, green parallel unnumbered. Kenley Jansen and the Dodgers /150. A base Kenley Jansen. Matt Olson, Willie Calhoun, and Luis Severino. The rest of our base. I think Willie is a short print, by the way. J.P. Crawford and the Phillies with another sweet-looking patch. That is numbered to 249. Rhys Hoskins, he looked good tonight in the Home Run Derby, I thought. He hit quite well. Actually, everybody did pretty well tonight. It was a fun Home Run Derby to watch, I thought. They usually are, but I thought this year was especially interesting. No clear-cut favorite, really. Alex Bregman, green unnumbered parallel. Sean Newcomb /99 for the Braves. Benintendi, Mancini, Seager, and Stanton. And here is our case hit. And it's Dustin Fowler for the A's. This is our jumbo patch card. It is numbered 270. And that, kids, is a sweet looking patch. That's a really lame autograph, though. Like, how do you even get Dustin Fowler out of that? It looks like RR, doesn't it? I mean, he could have, I don't know, maybe given us one other letter there in his name. Kind of stingy with the autograph, but the patch is gorgeous. I guess we just have to take what they give us, right? Here's another Willie Calhoun. This one is numbered to 150 for the Rangers. Tyler Austin, green unnumbered parallel. Our base, Syndergaard, Altuve, Blackburn, and Faria. And am I crazy, or is this like the 500th Tapia we've pulled out of here tonight? This is numbered to 230. It's not really our 500th, but it's at least our second, and we may have more than two. But Ramel Tapia is kind of haunting this case. He's just kind of roaming around and coming out all over the place. Lewis Brinson and Dominic Smith, both green unnumbered for our parallels. Harrison Bader, Miguel Gomez, Nick Williams, and Freddie Freeman, base cards. Our hit is coming out with Brian Anderson and the Marlins. That is another nice looking patch. It's numbered to 75. And you know what? Brian Anderson is playing for a bad team, but is quietly having a very good year for kind of a bad team. So I kind of think Brian Anderson's, yeah, he may be interesting to watch going forward. Gina says her favorite for the Derby was Josh Hamilton in New York. Well, of course, you know, Todd Frazier when he was a Cincinnati Red. Okay, you know I'm going to be fond of that. Brett Phillips and the Brewers, green parallel unnumbered. Matt Olson to 150 for the A's. Bryce Harper, Ozzie Albies, Walker Buehler, and Manny are our base cards. Hit here is Ryan McMahon for, again, the Rockies, who are just backing up the Brinks truck if you're the Rockies. This is numbered to 230, and the Rockies have a lot of hits in this break. We have 2 left to go. So let's see what we can manage to find there. I'm going to rearrange one of my stacks over here real quickly. It's just a little bit taller than I like them to be over there on their little sorting mat. Now I feel happier. Rizzo for the Cubs, green parallel unnumbered. A little Clint Frazier to 75. Hunter Renfroe, Gary Sanchez, Brett Phillips, and Billy Hamilton were our base. And here's a nice low-numbered Ryan Healy to 25, and first in the series, no less. Number 1 of 25 to boot for the Oakland A's. Oh, you meant, well, you know me. Okay, I'm just thinking about home run derbies and the Reds. So, you know, we got to sometimes travel. We sometimes have to travel a different path to find our Reds doing well in home run derbies. Dustin Fowler for the Oakland A's, Hunter Renfroe and the Padres, Chris Bryant, Zach Greinke, Clayton Kershaw, and Jacob deGrom were our base. Our final hit, hey, it's Clint Frazier to 50 for the Yankees. So the Yankees managed to eke out a couple of Clint Fraziers in here, which is nice. So we need to recap Inception. In case you missed some of it, we'll go through it again. We have our nice printing plate here, which of course printing plates are pretty much always 1 of 1, but I can't see where it has 1 of 1 written on it. Like, is it on there and I just don't see it? Maybe, but I really don't see it on there. But it is a printing plate, so it should be a 1 of 1. Anyway, it's Walker Buehler and the Dodgers, and a nice kind of unique hit in Inception. Our numbered cards: 75, 150, 150, 99, 150, 99, 150, 50, 99, 75, 150, and 25, which will bring us into our little stack of hits. Coming up next. My screen's trying to time out on me over there and everything. Garrett Cooper and the Yankees to 99. Clint Frazier and the Yankees to 50. Ryan Healy and the A's to 25. Brian Anderson and the Marlins to 75. Ramel Tapia, Rockies to 75. Another Clint Frazier, that one I believe to 249. Amir Garrett for my Cincinnati Reds to 299. Harrison Bader, St. Louis Cardinals, case hit, silver signings, Inception there to 99. Trey Mancini and the Orioles numbered to 50. Ryan McMahon and the Rockies to 230. Ramel Tapia and the Rockies to 230. Our second case hit, it happened to be Destin Fowler on our jumbo patch card for the A's. Then we have a nice J.P. Crawford for the Phillies to 249. Bruce Maxwell and the A's to 299. Nicky Delmonico, White Sox to 99. And a sweet little Ahmed Rosario to 25 for the Mets. So that has Inception all wrapped up for tonight, which is now going to switch us from football, or from baseball rather, into football. So for those of you who might be taken off, who aren't sticking around for football, thank you once again for joining tonight. I appreciate having you here, and hopefully I'll see you again somewhere along the way, sometime soon, hopefully. Stop by and chat even if you're not in the break. Come hang out. I enjoy the company. So once again, if you haven't seen this yet, please take a moment and review what you see there with your projected shipping dates and consolation cards. Gold standard, there's definitely a possibility with a half case that some teams won't pull something, which the consolation cards would apply to you. Actually, all of our breaks tonight, really. Inception is probably the least likely. There's a team or two sometimes that have trouble hitting an Inception, but the other two, Valiant and Gold Standard, can kind of go. Sometimes more teams do, and sometimes a few don't. So 6 boxes of 2018 Gold Standard football. This is a half case break. It is break number 3, and it ended tonight, of course, the 16th of July. This is the start of a new case, of course. So I'm going to take all 12 boxes out when we open it up in a minute. I will number each of those 12 boxes on the end. I'll take you along with me. We'll roll over to random.org, and that's what I'll use to determine which ones we open tonight versus which ones we open in the second breakout of this case, which I believe is Friday night. After we finish up this case, we'll probably move into breaking full cases. That's my current plan anyway. So unless something causes me to think differently, i.e. if I look at the numbers and they're like way off and it looks like I would lose a ton of money if we broke it as a full case, then we might stay with half cases. But assuming there's no strangeness like that, then we will probably move into full cases after we finish this case up. So this is pretty simple. After they're numbered, I'll just go over to random and type in 1 through 12, and I will hit random one single time, and whatever the first 6 numbers are that random gives us, we'll pull those corresponding 6 boxes, and that's what we'll open up for tonight. So let's get ourselves on the right page here and get rolling with it. All right. Did I just hit 9? Yes, I thought I hit 190 and I did. Sorry. All right, there's our 1 through 12. Here we go. It gives us 4, 10, 9, 7, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, and 10. All right, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, and 10. Give me a second to get the rest of these put back in their case, and then we'll be ready to go. With some gold standard. I love gold standard. You guys kind of know this about me. Jay Frank says, what did you say, Jay Frank? You said you've struck out in 3 full cases chasing a Barkley auto the last 3 nights. Oh, man. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen to you tonight. Stang Lover's looking for Josh Allen and the Bills and the Raiders. Brad Smith says he's just happy he didn't get shut out in the last break. That he hit a red auto, so he's happy. So I'm glad that helped you out, Brad. T's looking for the Jets. And yeah, there was a lot of XMFX, Jay. Sometimes, you know, there's different schools of thought in breaking. Sometimes people would just go all in, and you just figure, you know what? You're better off buying a bunch of teams out of one break and hoping you pull the vast majority of the hits. And then sometimes, you know, there's the other school of thought is you just buy 1 or 2 teams and spread the money over several different breaks. And I've seen it work well both ways. So it's just, I think, sometimes just up to individual buyer preference, you know. Bubby Freeland has the Steelers tonight. And Bubby, the Steelers I love, okay? So, again, that's another one of my teams that I'm a fan of. The Steelers is my primary football team, although I like players on other teams and I like other teams. But the Steelers are my main team for sure. And, of course, we all know what happened today. We all knew it was coming, though, right? Like, who didn't know that they weren't going to get that deal done with Le'Veon Bell? The whole world knew we were not going to get that deal done with Le'Veon Bell. So he will be a Steeler for 1 more year, and then he'll be out the door. David Williams, that is numbered to 99. Everything in Gold Standard is numbered. Base cards, the whole shebang. Nothing in here is unnumbered. We have a little Pat Mahomes to 25 for the Kansas City Chiefs coming out next. Our first hit out. Hey, it's Shaquem Griffin. Awesome. Numbered to 149 for the Seahawks. I like Shaquem Griffin. Jay, you think you're better off buying just a box? I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it. So, you know, a box of this is not cheap. You do get all the hits that are in there, but you can usually take that same money and spread it out over more breaks and increase your odds of getting a big hit. But, you know, I mean, I guess it all just depends on how you look at it. Oh, and I see Greg's after the Ravens in here. But we're about to make Stang Lover happy because we have a really nice Andre Reed sitting right here. Because you know what, Stang Lover? What is it? Oh, yeah, a 1 of 1. Hey! And you got part of the logo. So how wrong are you going to go starting off with a 1 of 1 for your team? Yeah, I like that. And next up we have, I never say his name right, Marquez Valdez Scantling to 175 for the Green Bay Packers. Here comes Josh Rosen to 199 for the AZ Cardinals. Stang Lover says not bad. He gets a 1 of 1 with a kickin' patch that literally shows part of the logo, and he says not bad. Come on, Stang Lover, you can do better than that. You know that was good. Christian Kirk to 199 for the Cardinals. You just want it to be Josh Allen. I know. But, you know, you guys know I'm a big sucker for the patches. So seeing the back legs of the little, you know, buffalo on that patch kind of gives me a little thrill. I like it. Here's Jared Goff to 99 for the Rams. I guess I can put those in sleeves later. Will save us some time. And then we have 249 for the Bengals, Jesse Bates. My Pittsburgh Steelers are coming out. Fear the Beard, Brett Kiesel. And Brett is numbered 225. Autograph and relic there for Pittsburgh. For the Kansas City Chiefs, we have numbered 249, a little Chesson. That did say 49, didn't it? Not 99? Yeah, 49. Having trouble seeing these tonight, some of them. Anthony Miller, Chicago Bears, nice hit. Rookie Jumbo, numbered to 49. You've got a pretty awesome patch over there on the right. And, of course, your signature down the left-hand side. So if you've got the Bears, that's a nice Anthony Miller. LaDainian Tomlinson to 49 for the Chargers. Gina, you said you think Ben leaves with Le'Veon Bell? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I guess it depends on what kind of season he has. James Washington to 199 for the Steelers. I mean, Ben's whole thing really is more about his O-line, right? Those are the guys that he's kind of, those are the guys he's the most bonded with. Now, granted, he's, I'm sure, very tight with AB and Le'Veon and a lot of his receivers and running backs, but the O-line is really, I'd say, who Ben is more tied to than anything else, because he wants to stay upright. So as long as the O-line's there, he's more likely to stay. And I think we've got most of them locked up for a couple of years. To 99, Vita Bay, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To 25, Alex Collins and the Ravens. We'll sleeve that one now. The higher ones we'll sleeve after the break. That one we'll do now. The Ravens again. Alex Collins, a little autograph. This time got a little ink action to 49. Here come the Raiders. Somebody called out for the Raiders earlier. Here's Ryan Sweetser to 99. Of course, he's in his Cowboys uniform. I'm sure you guys all know he was traded in the off-season. And, yeah, so goes to the Raiders because the Raiders are the team designated on the card, not to the Cowboys. I know he's in that uniform, but it even says on there somewhere the date that he was traded in that little tiny fine print there. Jamon Moore and the Packers to 99. Ooh, I see something nice coming for the Raiders. Who has the Raiders? Stang Lover, you the Raiders? Because I see something nice coming for you. You've already had a good break, but you're going to like this too. Derek Carr for the Raiders. Look at that. The white gold insert, which you don't pull all that often. It's numbered to 49. Got a sweet little patch, and it's Derek Carr. Yeah, that's nice. Anthony Miller again to 199 for the Bears with a relic coming out for the rookie. Your 30 is Sweetser. I wasn't talking about the Sweetser, man. I was talking about the Derek Carr. I was saying Derek Carr was with the white gold insert was the one. That's the one I was talking about. Not the Sweetser. Although Ryan Sweetser may do fine there too. Who knows? To 99, Von Miller and the Broncos. Jordan Wilkins in the Indianapolis Colts to 25. Oh, this is kind of unusual. Somebody in randomization land didn't do a super good job, because guess what, Steelers? You got another Brett Kiesel. Yeah. And numbered to 99. So 2 Brett Kiesels in 1/2 case. That's kind of crazy. For the Bengals, we have Joe Mixon to 49. Cammie. Hey, Cammie, I haven't seen you in chat in a while. You are asking about any Redskins autographs. I don't think so. Not that I remember. But we'll recap it here shortly. Once we look at what's in these last couple boxes, we'll recap it. So if you hang out, we'll find out for sure, but I don't remember any offhand. Doris Fountain, rookie jumbos /99 for the Colts. Now that I like. Yeah, man. That is Hines Ward /49 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Love my man Hines Ward. I miss Hines Ward. I wish he could have played forever. Hayden Hurst, Baltimore Ravens /199 with a relic. Yeah, Stang lovers like making fun of the fact that that Panini, Panini sometimes has problems with their randomization. Although, frankly, so does Topps. But anyway, we had been doing pretty well in Gold Standard, except for that one half case that was so heavy on the Giants, which was crazy because there have been hardly any Giants in here, which is also odd because the Giants have a huge amount of stuff on the checklist. Vinatieri /99. And this is Mike Hughes /25. But yeah, for sure, none of these companies really seem to do what I would call a fantastic job with their randomizing of their hits. Willis McGee for the Broncos. There's one you don't pull very often. Numbered /49. Got a little autograph and relic. Also /49, we have Mac Hollins, the Philadelphia Eagles. Here come the Broncos. Deshaun Hamilton, numbered /299. Jay Frank says the Steelers haven't missed in every break he's seen of Gold Standard. Wow, they've been in every one. That is crazy. I didn't realize that. Earl Campbell /49. That's a nice patch. You guys kind of know what the deal is, right? In case you don't, here we go. The card always stays with its franchise. So in this case, Earl Campbell was a Houston Oiler. The Houston Oilers relocated to Tennessee. They were first called the Tennessee Oilers before they renamed again to be the Tennessee Titans. So that card, any Oilers card, will go to the Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans are a completely different franchise. They're an expansion franchise. They came way after Earl Campbell. So any Oilers cards to the Titans. /199, you have both Bradley Chubb and Cortland Sutton relics there for the Broncos. Here we go with Last Box Mojo. We got to get it. We got to make something big happen in here. We've got to find, we need to find that Barkley for Jay Frank, don't we? Because he's having a hard time hitting it. We need to try to help him find it. /99, Jay Ajayi and the Eagles. And then we have Dante Jackson /25 for the Panthers. I see a Packer coming upon us. It's Josh Jackson, numbered /49. Ooh. Cardinals, look at you. Rookie Jumbo Josh Rosen /25, no less, with your autograph and your super sweet patch. AZ Cardinals taking home a very, very nice hit with Josh Rosen. We don't want to leave the Dolphins out, so we have Cameron Wake coming out with a nice relic. What is that numbered to? 49 for the Dolphins. Jay Frank, you got that one? You have the Cardinals? Is that what you said? You've got little praying hands, and you said I got that one, so is the Josh Rosen yours? Or are you talking about another one and I just didn't look over in time? It could be that. This is numbered /125, Roger Craig and the 49ers. Either way, it sounds like we got you something, so I'm glad to hear that. And last but not least, Marquise Goodwin, numbered to 125, also for the 49ers. So we will recap Gold Standard. It is mostly hits. I'm not going to recap all the numbered cards unless somebody just specifically wants to. And if you do, jump into chat and let me know, and we will. But generally, since all the cards in there are numbered, I generally only recap our relics and autographs from here. We're not going to look at the backs of everything going through the second time, maybe a couple of them here and there, but for the most part, we'll just buzz through. That was the nice Josh Rosen that went by. Here's the nice Earl Campbell, of course, that will go to the Titans, Broncos, Steelers, Bengals, Bears. But we had something for you, though, right, Jay Frank? We didn't send you home empty-handed, did we? I hope not. And then for the Dolphins, Cameron Wake. We have another Packer. We have a Bronco, a second Brett Kiesel, Anthony Miller, and the Bears. Well, actually, I guess that was the first Brett Kiesel. This is the second one going in this order. Anyway, there are two Brett Kiesels is the point. Christian Kirk, a Josh Rosen relic. Of course, you got the nice autograph card with the relic a minute ago. Another Packer with Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Little dual relic for the Broncos, some Eagles, a Raven, pretty little Derek Carr white gold insert for the Raiders, James Washington and the Steelers, LaDainian Tomlinson and the Chargers, a 49er and another 49er, and a Colts, another Packer. There were a lot of Packers in this break, weren't there? There's another Raider. Again, note he's in the Cowboys uniform, but goes to the Raiders, and there's the info about the traded dates, etc. A Raven, a Kansas City Chief. This was nice. I forgot we hit this so early in the break. Seahawks, Shaquem Griffin. I really like that hit for the Seahawks. I like that kid, you know. How can you not like that kid? And then our very, very handsome one-of-one Andre Reed with that patch that is so awesome. That patch is so awesome. It is the back feet of the buffalo, and it is wicked cool. I know both of those are things nobody says anymore. I don't care. I love that card, and I said it. Oh, so take that. Yeah, right? Okay. Oh, Jay Frank, I thought you said you got one because you said I got that one a while ago. I thought you really did get one. I'm so sorry, man. Now you're saying we blanked you. I feel terrible. I'm so sorry. Well, George, yeah, the Broncos, maybe it sounds like, did you, George? So you got something out of there? I hate to send people home empty-handed, but of course, you know what? You are still going to get something in the mail, of course, your consolation stuff. So maybe you'll have a little better luck with some of that. If you have not seen this already, I am going to kind of go through most of the spiel this time, even though I haven't the other times other than when we just started. So here's the news to use, guys. The free shipping break tonight signature series, archive signature series, I'm projecting to ship out on Saturday. Paid shipping breaks, which are Inception, Gold Standard, and Valiant, projecting to ship out on Thursday. If I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. And consolation cards, if you get skunked in one of the paid shipping breaks, which again, Inception, Gold Standard, and Valiant, any consolation card or cards that you are due will be sent to you when the rest of the break ships. If you were in our free shipping break, which is the archive signature series, typically your consolation card would be held and shipped the next time you have a package going out. I do track that stuff for a rolling 90-day period. So really, even though those of you who are shipping now, like Inception, Gold Standard, and Valiant, if you get skunked and your consolation cards would come out, you know, with the rest of the break. If you also had other consolation cards due from, say, free shipping breaks or whatever over the past 90 days, those would be gathered up and also sent out with your package. And in any case, if you ever want your consolation card to go off schedule, you know, you don't want to wait for the next package or whatever, shoot me a message on eBay. We'll get it worked out. All right. Coming up next, our last case of Leaf Valiant football. This is a 12-box case. It is a full case break number 3. And, of course, it ended tonight, Monday night the 16th. This just came out on Friday. We broke it Friday and Saturday, and yeah, we're breaking it again tonight. And this is the last one. I had kind of toyed around with getting a little bit more after we broke, after we finished up, but woo, I got smoked on this case. So I believe I heavily subsidized this break. Might have subsidized a little bit of the first two as well, but I definitely subsidized this case. So we probably will not get any more Valiant in. We'll look forward to Leaf Flash Football, which is coming out as the next Leaf product. And it's going to be a little departure from what Leaf often does. Most of Leaf stuff is going to be rookies of the upcoming class. That's most often the way they do football. But in Leaf Flash, we are also going to have Hall of Famers and stuff mixed in there, right? Which is kind of cool. So like Terry Bradshaw and stuff like that. I would have now. It may not specifically be Terry Bradshaw. I'm throwing that out as an example. Don't hold me to that. I haven't looked at the checklist. I don't even know if they've published the checklist fully yet for it. But anyway, it's a new Leaf product called Leaf Flash. Why am I numbering these? We're opening them all. Good grief. Shows you where my head is. We don't need to number them. We're opening them all. Just wasted my time there. Anyway, Leaf Flash is going to be a little departure from the norm in that sense. So it'll be fun. Staying Lover is looking for a graded Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Nick Chubb, Deron Payne, and Darius Geis. He says he had to take a second mortgage out. Well, hopefully we'll hit some of that for you. Of course, if you haven't done a break of this before and you don't know what we're talking about there when we talk about looking for the graded ones, the cool thing about any of the Leaf products is that there aren't base cards in them, with very few exceptions. Like the original Leaf Football, I think, is probably the only one that has base cards. But the rest of them, it's all hits. And in Valiant in particular, we will have one card in each box that will be graded, and it'll be graded at least 9.5. Some of them are higher. We've pulled a couple of Black Label 10s out of breaks of Valiant this year already. So it's possible to get a perfect card, which everything about it has to be perfect to get that Black Label 10. So a lot of awesome possibilities in here. And of course, we get other autographed cards as well. So there's 3 autographed regular cards and then the 1 graded card. So that is what we should find in each of our boxes. There's not a whole lot of redemptions in Leaf. Every once in a while something will come out as a redemption, and we have had in our other 2 cases, I think we had 1 in one of them, maybe 2 in the other one. But there's not a lot of them. And by all reports, they turn them around really quickly. And I think Stang Lover said in one of the earlier breaks, he had a redemption that was sent back to him like really quickly, like a week or 10 days, something. Week, 2 weeks after the fact, like boom, there it was. So Leaf as a whole does a nice job with stuff. Everything's on-card autographs. All the hits in here will already be in top loaders and sleeves if they're not the graded card. They don't put them in packs. They put them all ready to go. Keeps the cards in nice shape. So all the way around, I'm a Leaf fan. Well, Stang Lover, I just said, yes, I was numbering them because I was just out of habit, right? Everything else we were doing tonight, I was numbering them so we could use random to just figure out which half we were opening. And then I'm like, oh no, wait, we are opening the whole entire case. I just lost my mind there for a minute because everything else we opened tonight was, a half case. So, well, I guess Inception was a whole case though, wasn't it? I don't know. Not enough caffeine or too much caffeine? You tell me. So, something like that. Okay, we are starting out with Martez Carter to 60. And as many times as I've had Martez Carter, I should remember that he's a Redskin, but I don't. But he is. Deontay Burnett, numbered to 60. Deontay is a Titan, Tennessee. Right off the bat, there's Nick Chubb. It's kind of like Stang Lover's just asking tonight and getting everything he asks for, isn't it? Nick Chubb is to 35. Dante Pettis comes out next for the 49ers. That is numbered 260. Oh, Stang Lover said it helps to get your redemptions back quickly from Leaf if the guy who sends out the cards has also bought some stuff from you. Yeah, that would make it a little easier, wouldn't it? Javon Wims, that is numbered to 60, and Javon goes to, the happy lucky winner is the Bears. Vita Vea. Vita is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. That card is also numbered 260. Here comes Calvin Ridley. We didn't see Calvin out of the last case. He is numbered to 60, and of course a Falcon. And now we have graded to 9.5 for the Lions, Kerryon Johnson. Autograph grade to 10. Card is numbered 260. I'm throwing foam inserts everywhere. Darren Carrington II. Okay. Would figure we'd get him. He's numbered to 10. He's got to sit over here because you know what? He was not drafted, never signed a deal anywhere. No, he's still a free agent. So we'll have to use random.org to give him out. Here's Kiki. Kiki is numbered to 60, and Kiki is, oh, why can't I remember you, buddy? A Texan. Baker Mayfield, we just keep rolling right on that Stang Lover train. That is numbered to 60 as well. And I believe he was on Stang Lover's wish list tonight, if I remember correctly. Mike White and the Cowboys. 9.5 card grade, a 10 autograph grade. Card is numbered to 25. I'm just grabbing all the foam tonight. That's all right. We'll make it work. Luke Falk, Titans, to 15. Very nice low number, Luke Falk. DeAndre Gouldsby, big targets, numbered to 60. And DeAndre is a Lion. Denzel Ward for the Browns to 60. Take it to the house, Royce Freeman. That's a nice little hit for the Broncos. That's 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade. Card itself is numbered to 35. I see a little redemption right here on the top of this one. It is Ian Thomas, and Ian Thomas is a Carolina Panther. Another Mike White. That is, again, the Dallas Cowboys, numbered to 60. Ooh, is this a, what is this? That is, I guess, a printing plate for Christian Kirk. Hey, that's cool. Didn't we have another? Yeah, I think we did. This is a one-of-one Christian Kirk printing plate, autographed, of course, for the Cardinals. Take it to the house. I think we had another one-of-one Christian Kirk printing plate, but out of a different card set in maybe our first case, our first or second case one. Oh, Stang Lover, this is crazy. Everything you're asking for, it's like Christmas for you. Look who it is. I'm trying to get it so the glare is not killing you. Josh Allen, graded, 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade, numbered to 60 for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, now you're happy, aren't you? I knew that would make you happy. Troy Fumagalli for the Broncos to 60. Trenton Thompson, I can never remember. Hold on, guys. I got to look up Trenton Thompson. I have a mental block about some of these people. He's one of them. He is a Brown, a Cleveland Brown to 35. James Washington for my Pittsburgh Steelers to 60. Hayden Hurst, Ravens, 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade. Card is numbered to 60. So the Ravens, nice little Hayden Hurst there. Akram Wadley, numbered to 60. Titans, originally undrafted, then signed with the Titans. Oh, Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki is to 25. He is a Dolphin. Mason Rudolph for the Steelers. And Mason is a super low number to 10. So nice little Pittsburgh Steelers Mason Rudolph hit there. Alan Lazard goes to the Jags. Another undrafted guy that signed after the fact. Card grade 9.5, autograph grades to 10, and the card is numbered to 15. Auden Tate. Auden Tate is numbered to 35. He is a Bengal. And then we'll follow that up with Arden Key to 25. Arden is a Raider. Take it to the house, Sony Michel for the Patriots to 10. Wow, nice low number for the Pats and Sony Michel. Our graded card is headed to the Cowboys. It is Bo Scarborough. 9.5 card grade, a 10 autograph grade, and the card is numbered to 25. Well, why can I not get those out of there? They were trying to stick to our graded card. They were giving me grief there for a minute. Anthony Miller, Bears to 60. Big targets is Dalton Schultz to 35. Dalton is also a Cowboy. There's Deron Payne, numbered 1 of 1. Hey, hey, hey. I like the 1 of 1s. It's a Redskin. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this little 1 of 1 is also heading to Stang Lover. Am I right about that? He's on quite a roll tonight. Kiki, that is a 9.5 card grade, a 10 autograph grade. The card itself is numbered to 25. And Kiki, I still can't remember, a Texan. Why can I not remember that? Kiki is a Texan. One day I'll remember that. Like 20 years from now, probably I'll wake up in the middle of the night going, Kiki, Texan. Yeah. Why I have such trouble remembering it. Jamon Moore, numbered to 60. And Jamon is, what is Jamon? Why don't I remember what Jamon Moore is? He's a Packer, right? Yeah, I think he's a Packer. Dallas Goedert is definitely a Philadelphia Eagle. He is to 25. Rashad Penny. There come the Seahawks, numbered to 60. And then we have a Darius Geis. Are you kidding me? This is like Stang Lover's entire wish list right here. This is a graded Darius Geis. 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade, and numbered to 60. So, yeah. That's like, you're having an insanely good break, Stang Lover. Like, insanely good. I think a break like tonight just makes up for a lot of bad breaks, doesn't it? Makes up for a lot of breaks where you don't get what you want. Here is Marcel Aitman to 60. Marcel is an Oakland Raider. And then we have Durham Smythe. Durham is numbered to 35 or 25? 35. And I can never remember where Durham Smythe goes, so I got to look it up. Hang on a second. I have a hard time remembering him. A Dolphin. So Durham Smythe going to the Miami Dolphins. Kerryon Johnson is a Lion. That is numbered to 60. And here comes Anthony Miller and the Bears, graded. Card to 9.5, autograph to 10, and the card is numbered to 25. We are now in our final box here. So let's do a little last box mojo, although we've already had some nice stuff, for sure. Dion Kane for the Colts, numbered to 60. Sam Hubbard to 60. I think Sam Hubbard is a Bengal, but I better check that. I say him wrong about 2/3 of the time. Oh, he is a Bengal. Good for me. He is actually a Bengal. Mark Andrews to 15. Mark Andrews is a Raven. And our final graded card. Oh, Falcons. Look at that. Calvin Ridley on We Are the Champions insert. 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade, and numbered to 25. I love that. That's an awesome hit if you're the Falcons, and you've got that nice Calvin Ridley coming your way. That's pretty sweet. It's a very solid little hit. Before we recap, we've got Darren here to deal with. Mr. Darren Carrington II, who I cannot get the glare off of. Anyway, Darren Carrington II wasn't drafted. He hasn't signed with anyone in the interim. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to use random.org to give him away. And I'm going to bring you along as we go through the process. Of course, I'm first just going to do a little copy of all of our 32 teams. And we're going to buzz over here to random and paste them in there. I will scroll through the list once so that you can see that every team was in fact correctly copied and pasted in. Then I will hit random one single time, and whatever team is in the first position after we hit randomize down here is going to get that Darren Carrington card. So here we go. It comes up as the Kansas City Chiefs. So Darren Carrington, let me find something I can get a little team bag so I can write where he's going to go, and I will not have to try and remember it or to go back and look it up later. So it is Kansas City via random. Okay. So that is this Darren Carrington that we used random to award heads to the Kansas City Chiefs. Corey, the archives break was the very first break of the night, and this is the very last break of the night. So yeah, archives has already rolled on by about, oh gosh, an hour and 10-15 minutes ago or so. That one's already been, I'm afraid. All right, guys, we're not going to look at the back of all these again. Of course, we've already flipped them over and discussed their numbers and all that when we saw them through the first time. So what we're doing right now, of course, other than the 1 of 1, we will flip that again. Actually, we've got 2 1 of 1s tonight, don't we? Yeah, who was our other one? Did we go past him already? It wasn't Trenton Thompson. Who was it? Well, there's another 1 of 1 in here, too. We might flip over and look at the back of if I can remember it when I see it go by. But for the most part, I mean, this is just a quick little recap for those who maybe jumped in the middle or something like that. We don't go through the whole shebang. Was it Deron Payne? Was he the one that was our other 1 of 1? Yeah. So 2 1 of 1 1s in here. Deron Payne and the Christian Kirk both came out as nice 1 of 1s in our final case of Valiant. Corey, you are asking if you'll watch when this is, if you'll be able to watch right when this is finished. Here's what I know about that, Corey. There is an archived version that YouTube keeps of any live stream, or of any of mine anyway. I don't remember if there was some special setting that triggered that or not. I set it up a long time ago. Anyway, they have an archive version, but they do something called processing after the break finishes. I have no idea what that entails, and it seems to depend on the length of the break. So sometimes it will be available pretty quickly, like within an hour or so, and then sometimes whatever that processing is seems to take a little bit longer, and it might be a couple of hours. I don't know. But I will also upload the break, but I typically don't do the upload until the following day, like late in the afternoon or the early part of the evening. So the YouTube archived version is always going to be available first, and then what I upload available later. They're the same, of course, in terms of the video content. The only difference is the stuff that I upload myself, I add the proper tags and titles and all that kind of stuff to it. But otherwise, of course, you know, content and everything is identical. So, and Dale, was that a Dalton Schultz? There was a Dalton Schultz. We had a Dalton Schultz tonight for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how far back in the stack it is right now, but for sure we hit Dalton Schultz tonight, I believe. We had a lot of nice stuff tonight. And Dale, you said you're done with the breaks for a while. Uh-oh, Dale. You didn't hit, did you? I forgot who you had in here, but I'm guessing whoever you had, you didn't get what you wanted. And I'm sorry about that, man. That's no fun. That's always a drag when you don't get what you're looking for. Stang Lover, meanwhile, is grinning from ear to ear, says if every break could be like, if every night could be like tonight. You did have a very good night. Your mojo was in overdrive tonight, Stang Lover. You crushed it all the way across the board tonight. Oh, you had the Steelers. Well, you hit in here tonight, Dale. You hit in here. You had James Washington and Mason Rudolph. And the Mason Rudolph was like to 10 or something. Did you, why aren't you happy with that, Dale? Those were good hits, man. Just because you wanted, I mean, were you looking solely for the graded ones? And so that's why you don't like the ones you got? Or is there some other thing I don't know about? Because I thought those were good hits for the Steelers. I mean, especially to 10. I mean, wasn't Mason Rudolph to 10? I think he was. And James Washington was reasonably low, but Mason Rudolph was definitely low. I'm going to find him again. Hang on, let me find him. Oh, and if the Cowboys owner is in chat, Corey, or if you're watching and you're not in chat, I should say, if you're in chat, you see it. But if you're watching and you're not in chat, Corey is interested in talking to the Cowboys owner because he's interested in the Dalton Schultz. Oh, Dale said you've got several, you've got a bunch already of Mason Rudolph and James Washington, so that's why you were bumming. Because, yeah, here they are. I knew we had 2 Steelers in here. Your James Washington was to 60, and then your Mason Rudolph is to 10. I mean, I think that's pretty solid for the Steelers in here, but I'm sorry you're disappointed with them. I tried to pull you something good, Dale. I'm sorry. Corey, I think Dale, I thought was talking about Mason Rudolph, but maybe he was talking about, Dale, were you speaking about the Dalton Schultz that Corey is looking for, or were you typing in that you had several of the Steelers of Mason Rudolph? Because I thought you were talking about the Steelers cards, but I think Corey thinks you're talking about Dalton Schultz cards. I don't know which one of those is right. But Corey is definitely wanting to negotiate on that a little bit if you do have some. So once again, guys, I'm going to put up the spreadsheet information here. We've gone over this in more detail a couple of times during the break, but if you didn't see it, take a minute, glance up there. Projected shipping dates for each of our breaks tonight. Also talks about consolation cards. If you happen to be in a break where you did not pull anything tonight, that information is right up here. And of course, there's more info about it in the listing description as well. Here's another look at the breaks that are coming up on eBay. This stuff is already listed will be ending over the next 5 days. So tomorrow night we've got a mini helmet and an autographed jersey, a couple of boxes of 14 translucent, a half case of 2011 Prime, and a half case of Stadium Club. And that half case of Stadium Club is the last of the Stadium Club. Wednesday, we've got lots of new things coming out. Spectra Basketball, Allen and Genter Baseball, Optic Baseball. We're going to break a full case of Spectra and a half case of Allen and Genter on Wednesday night. Optic, we're going to wait and open the first of it on Thursday so that we don't have like a 20-hour break on Wednesday. On Thursday, we'll open an autographed full-size football helmet, a second case of Spectra Basketball, and a full case of Optic Baseball. Friday, we'll open the back half of the gold standard case that we started tonight. We'll open an 8-box case of encased basketball, which is the last that I will have on hand. And then the back half of Allen and Genter that we start on Wednesday night, we'll finish on Friday night. On Saturday, we have an autographed baseball jersey, an autographed football jersey, a third case of Spectra, and a second case of Optic. On Sunday, we'll probably get back into Allen and Genter. We might do a little more Inception on Sunday as well. And I don't know beyond that. We've got a lot of stuff to open, so I'll have to kind of sort through, and maybe we'll do more. We might even do more Spectra on Sunday. So we'll have plenty of case action going all week long, and plenty to keep us busy along the way. And of course, I'll continue to mix in some memorabilia and some 1 and 2 box breaks and things along the way as we have time to accommodate. And yeah, so I guess that is it for me tonight. So thank you once again to everybody who joined the break. I appreciate very much having you here this evening. I hope that I'll see you again the next time. Oh, actually, before I log off, I better wait a minute because somebody's still going in chat, and I think it cuts chat off when I log off. Stang Lover, Corey, you're still on here, hopefully. You can see that Stang Lover said he's got some Dalton Schultz that he won in other Valiant breaks. And he'll shoot you a message when they come in the mail. He's got a graded one and some other ones coming. So he's wheeling and dealing with you, Corey. So maybe we'll manage to track you down a Dalton Schultz along the way, right? And I'm just waiting a second to make sure that Corey had time to see that reply and that everybody's good in chat before I cut the feed. So I think we are. There's a little delay, so, you know, like when you type it versus when I see it, etc. But I think that's got us covered. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Bye now.